All right. Hey guys. Hi friends. It has been a little bit. Okay, so this topic got sparked yesterday. I had a conversation with a friend and I really resonated with this. And I think this is really the age-old question about life and what we are striving for and what we are working for, and why so many people are probably unhappy. And there's no real answer. There's no real answer to this. And it seems to be that a lot of people try or are trying to figure out purpose, happiness, the next thing, the next accomplishment. They're working towards something, always working towards something. It seems like this in our life, right? We get to a certain point, something that we really wanted, a place in our life that we really wanted to be. And then when we get there, it's like, okay, well, what's the next thing? And we're not thinking that really, we're subconsciously doing that as we progress, as we move on forward with our lives, right? So there's always something. So whether it's that like figuring out your purpose, figuring out what you should be doing, figuring out what you want to be doing, figuring out or chasing the next thing, chasing money, chasing a relationship, chasing happiness, right? Figuring out happiness, figuring out what makes you happy, what you want to be doing to make you happy, figuring out how to get out of this stuckness, figuring out how to be content, be fulfilled. What do I need to be fulfilled? What do I need to be content? What do I need to have that full fulfillment feeling in my life? What is it on my journey that I need? Right? We're always constantly asking ourselves these questions. We're always constantly going through these things in our lives. This seems to be the age-old question, whether it's just like the root of happiness. Where does happiness come from? How do we get ourselves happy? What is our purpose? Like whatever that is, and it seems to be different for everyone, but it's kind of the same general idea of this chasing of the next thing, or chasing of that, what that is. Is it fulfillment, right? Is it purpose? Is it like it's not a thing, right? And it's never that thing that we think that we're looking for, because it's not outside of us, right? It's not outside of us. And this is what happens is we constantly feel like we have to be moving, doing, on this journey, moving to the next thing. What's the next thing? Constantly doing, instead of, because we think it's going to get us somewhere or get us some type of feeling, some type of fulfillment, instead of focusing on, concentrating on, being mindful of who we are being. So who we are being versus what we are doing, right? Because there's always that feeling. And as humans, especially people in this society today, the rat race, the constant, we should be doing, we constantly have to be doing, working ourselves like crazy, working ourselves to the bone till we get to, or are allowed to relax, till we get to go on vacation, till we get to retire. Right? This is society. This is what society tells us we should be doing. This is what is ingrained and taught and brainwashed into ourselves, that we constantly need to be doing, moving forward, focusing on the next thing, that constant going. We're never where we want to be. We're never where we should be. We're never at that point. So what is that point though? What is that? What is that thing? This is how we get tricked, right? Because we never get to that point. It's not a thing. It's not a point. It's not a destination, and it's not a thing. So that destination, wherever it is, unless it's death, right? Unless it's death, you're still going to be having those questions of what's the next thing? What should I be doing? I should be doing something. What's getting me to that next point? What's the next step on my journey? What is the next step that I need to take? Right? So it's never a thing. It's never a destination. So what is it then? What is it? If we think about the fact that whatever the thing that we think it is, if we get there and when we get there, then there's always something else, right? So it wasn't actually that thing. What it actually is that feeling within ourselves. It's never the thing, it's the feeling within ourselves that we need, that we want. So whatever that is that we think, that thing that we want, we think that destination, we think that point in our life, when I get to this point, I'll be XYZ. When I get married, I'll be happy. When I have kids, I'll be fulfilled. When I make X amount of dollars, I'll be free. Right, but really it's not that thing that's going to give you that, because you could make X amount of dollars and then be buying more things or wanting more things. So you might feel free for a minute, for a moment, for a time period in your life, and then something else is going to come up, right? Or there's that fear of losing it. So it's not the thing that's going to make us happy. It's not the point in our life that's going to make us happy. It's not whatever it is it's not your chasing. It's the chasing that we're constantly used to doing as humans, constantly told this is what we should be doing. This is how we should be living our life. When we get to that thing, right, it's not the actual thing, because that's not what's going to create that feeling. Whatever that feeling is, whether it's happiness, fulfillment, enoughness, joy, love, freedom, peace, whatever it is, that is within us. It's not outside of us. It's within you. That is within you, and it's within you now. It's not outside of you. It's not the next thing that you're going towards. Right? It's not XYZ. It's not external. It is internal. And you have the capability of accessing that, getting access to that now, because it is within you. It's within you. You don't even have to create it. It's already within you. You have it now. You just have to have access to it. Right, you guys? So it's not the chase. It's not the next thing. It's not the getting here or there. It's not what you're doing. It's the constant doing, feeling like you have to be doing something to get to the next thing, to move forward, to be successful. Right? This is what we're taught. This is what society wants us to think, wants us to do, because it actually takes us away from who we are actually being. It takes us away from yourself. It takes you externally instead of getting internally into yourself, tapping into yourself. You have that now. You have that, and not even have the ability to create it. You have it now within you. It is you. It is you. It is within you. That thing that you want is within you now. You just have to access it. Right? You just have to have the ability to access it. So how do we do that? Right? We get out of the doing. Get into the being, your human being. Get into the being of who you are being, who you are showing up as every single day. Whether you're doing the thing that you want to be doing in your life or not, whether you're with the person that you want to be with or not, whether you have the things around you that you want to have or not, because you're not chasing those things, you're chasing that person that you want to be, that has those feelings, that has the things, which you already have. You already have that, and it's in you. It is you. So get out of the doing, the constant moving. That's distracting you, that's separating you, that's taking you away from what you already have and what you actually are chasing anyway. It's taking you away from what you're actually chasing anyway, because what you are chasing is the access to your own self, happiness, fulfillment, self-love, freedom. You have that within you. So get out of the doing, less doing, more being. Focus on your being, dropping in, tapping in, thinking about what you want, where you want to be, who you want to be with, goals that you want to have in your life, and knowing that person, your future self, the person that has all those things, you have access to that feeling now because that is you. That is you, that is within you. So less of the doing, more of the being. Being who you want to be, being who you are. And this is a practice. This is just like your everyday other daily practices of every single other thing that you do. Practice less, not even less doing, but less feeling like you have to be doing or keeping busy, the busy work. More focus on how you are showing up, who you are being, and who you are in that moment, right? And this is just a practice. This is just bringing awareness to this. It's just bringing awareness to this idea, implementing it into your life on the daily as a practice. And this is exactly just what we do in this work, right? This is daily practices that you can bring into your life, and just by listening to these sessions, it already clicks, it already triggers that awareness. It's in the back of your mind, it's in your mind now, so you're already bringing it into your day without having to do, right? We're getting exactly into that, having to do something, having to practice something, having to be a certain way, getting back into you, right? You guys, you feel the difference. You feel that difference of separation. You feel that difference of doing what you should be doing, what you think you should be doing, the trying, instead of just being, right? That's all you have to do. Just be, right? And it will all come together. All right, you guys, thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day.